Thank you for joining me again, and welcome to Module 2, Part A for Holding a Family Meeting. And this is all part of the 7 Steps to Organizing Your Home program. We're going to discuss strategies for effectively holding a family meeting, how to get your family enthusiastically on board, how to handle a family member that isn't on board, and then the best time to schedule your organizing date. One big tip that I have for you is to have a meeting before your family meeting. And what you want to do is get your spouse or partner on board from the beginning. And so what I did was I met with my husband and I told him what I wanted to do and asked him if he would back me and support me whenever I brought this up to the kids. And he was absolutely on board for it. Out of the two of us, he's the one that's more OCD and likes things to be cleaner. I have a tendency to be a little bit messier, which is funny since my whole thing that I do in life is space organization and standardization and stuff, but it is what it is. So I got him on board and we met the family in a united front, and he backed me and supported me throughout the entire family meeting. So the purpose of the family meeting is to get everybody on the same page. So you communicate what you're wanting, what your expectations are, and then get everybody's buy-in. I didn't make this formal or anything. We were just sitting at the dinner table having a family meal, and I brought it up then, and it was just a natural conversation. I told the kids, what's been going on, how frustrated I was with how the kitchen wasn't clean, and that I had to search for things, and I felt stressed out about it. And I wanted help, and I wanted this to be something we could do as a family. And so my boys are always wanting to please and always ready to jump in and do anything. So they were super on board. And of course, then my two younger, my 4-year-old, 2-year-old were absolutely on board then. And of course, my 13-year-old, she was not as on board as everybody else, but I'll talk through that in a little bit. But what I did was I wanted to create a vision or a story to get them excited and involved. And so I brought them through a technique that I've used many times at work. Someone's trying to do a program and they're trying to figure out what does it need to look like and build what I call a vision statement. And that's just really the foundation of getting your work done. So I asked them, when our kitchen is successfully clean and organized, what would you see in that space? And they gave me all kinds of answers. They would see clean space, that everything would be organized. They would be able to find things. They would see me in there cooking without being upset. And so I wrote down everything that they told me in that time frame. Not right then because we're eating, but I did go back later and write it out because I wanted to do this program. And so in the book, I go in a little bit more detail, and you can see our actual conversation, break it down for what each of the children said to me. And then I asked them, what will you hear when our kitchen is successfully clean and organized? And they said, well, I'll hear you cooking. I will hear you happy that you can find things and you won't be frustrated. They kind of went down that path, which normally I want them to just tell the positives of it. And then I said, well, what will you feel when the space is clean and organized? And they cracked me up. They said, well, we will feel happy because you'll be feeding us. And so those are the innocent answers of children for sure. But what this does, this see, hear, feels, gets everybody excited. My boys were ready to tackle cleaning that kitchen right then and there. And while it stressed me out to tell them, no, we're not going to do it the second, we need to have the ultimate time and I need to schedule the date, I knew that if we did that and I could build our family's vision statement that I'm going to go over in just a second, that they wouldn't lose that enthusiasm. We built a family vision statement, and it's just simple. When we successfully clean and organize the kitchen, we'll have a kitchen that makes mom happy because she knows where everything is and she can cook more yummy dinners for us. And I built this statement out of just their answers they gave me. So it is just a way for me to remind my kids, hey, we're doing this because you guys want mommy to be happy so that I can cook and give you guys yummy dinners, remember? And so it was just a great way to do that. So in the next piece of this, I'm going to start off going over what a cave person is. We've already hit our 5-minute mark. So I'm going to go over that and go in a little bit more detail how I got my daughter on board. And then I will also go over a game you can do with your kids that will help build that enthusiasm as well. So I'll see you in part B.